Roles of a denizen. A content creator is a user that creates posts and is rewarded based on the quality of their content. A content evaluator is a user that helps assess the quality of content and enforces community standards. The evaluator is effectively taking part in a marketplace to curate content and is rewarded for early evaluation. A content consumer is a user that wishes to find and consume the most valuable content in a given subject area or within a community. A Lair owner is a person holding tokenized ownership of all or part of a community lair. Owners are rewarded with a portion of all mining activity happening within their lair. Owners are incentivized to build the best community of content creators and evaluators.
All right, welcome to Super Happy Dragon Lucky episode 4E, 79th episode. This week, a couple updates here. This week on Number Go Up, Dragon Net nodes, number go up. We're at 1,200 plus now. And that continues to grow, which is very good. Next update, Den governance. So we have actually had a decent amount of the lot distributed. There remains still 2 lot for the matter side of governance and 13 lot on the lore side of governance. So go ahead and get those before they're gone. I think that there are a few governance tokens still available on OpenSea as well. Rewatch episode 4C. Super Happy Dragon Lucky to learn how to obtain a governance token. All right. The next thing we have LCP proposal phase ending soon, and we expect that the voting phase is going to start on Thursday. Hopefully, we're hoping it'll be this week. Kind of depends upon how long it takes for everyone to get everything together. From the dev side of we're getting all that built out, and we're going to have a demo here, possibly depending if Eric is able to demo right after this. And so the demo is going to be right after this message, sponsored by the board Laird.
Op sociale mediaplatforms vandaag de dag gaat kwaliteitsinhoud vaak onopgemerkt voorbij. Op Den krijgen gebruikers betaald voor het maken, evalueren en beheren van kwaliteitsinhoud. Contentmakers worden beloond op basis van de betrokkenheid en het bereik van hun bericht of opmerking. Contentbeoordelaars worden beloond op basis van de snelheid en resultaten van hun voorspellingen over welke content trending zal zijn of viraal zal gaan. Eigenaren van communities worden beloond op basis van betrokkenheid binnen een community. Kwaliteitsinhoud loont op Den.
Welcome, Eric.
Hey, Jeff.
So you are ready to do a demo? Are you able to?
Yeah, we can do a demo.
Perfect. Okay, so
Got it all sorted out.
LCP voting phase demo. All right. Let's go.
All right. So we've been working quite a while on LCP. So the first phase was for everyone to create basically what I would consider like an unofficial proposal that is in the LCP layer that is on Den now. We've been working to create a new LCP voting mechanism that works both on-chain on Ethereum and inside of Den, so that you could use your airdrop,
The snapshot. Yeah, because
lure that you received. Yeah, so we couldn't do like the official what you would consider an airdrop on Ethereum. So we did the second best thing, which was give you guys the equivalent of one lure for one dragon inside of Den. So now we're introducing new utility for that. Like Joe said, we're hoping for Thursday. One of the reasons why we're waiting a bit is I don't know what's going on Ethereum. There's quite a lot of traffic on Ethereum. It could be with everything going on with reaching all-time high again, reaching new like hash masks are crazy right now. There's just a lot of stuff going on Ethereum. Luckily, with Den, most of the activity that you would do is on Den, which is all run by Dragonchain. So you're not having to worry about gas. But we have to deploy a contract for some things to work, and we don't want to spend 5 ETH to deploy that. So I want to do a quick demo today on how LCP works. There's a couple steps for us to complete before we turn it on. One of those is to do the new contract for LCP. I'll walk through that. And also take all of your proposals that you made within the LCP layer and put it into an actual contest or LCP. So what you have at the top, brief description. It'll show you the number of winners, how much lure has total been signaled. There's going to be how many layers that are in the proposal. Running it right here. Let me make this a little bit larger for everyone. Sweet. And then also, down, we can scroll down. You can see we have the unlock external wallet. And then below here, we can see the proposals. Right now, they're just obviously proposal 1, 2, 3, but this will give you more information when you press the little arrow here. Boop, show you that you can vote with lure inside of Den, how much lure you have to vote with. If you were to click on the proposal, it would open up, well, this one doesn't exist. It would open up the layer, and none of these exist because I'm working in our development environment, but you'll be able to click the title to learn more about that proposal, do your research, ask any questions that you may want to ask. And then with voting, it's pretty simple. You can type in how much lure you want to vote with. I'm going to vote 1,000 on this. And this is voting in Den, so it's going to pretty much go right away. So now we can see that there's been 1,000 lure that's total here, 1,000 signaled. And one of the things we are doing is showing you what your share of the vote is. So if there's other people that are voting, someone comes in as a big whale and has 1 million lure, well, your share is going to be pretty low if you only put 1,000. So if you're wanting a certain percentage, if you're wanting to be that majority owner of a layer, you'll be able to know that right away as you're voting. The other thing, if you don't want to use a lure on Ethereum, you don't have to worry about the next step. So what I just showed was how you could vote with lure that's inside of Den. We are going to also allow you to, we're calling it withdrawal because it's kind of you're depositing and you're withdrawing your lure. We might change this terminology, but this is what it is right now. You'll be able to remove your vote and you can re-vote. You can also add additional. So if I add, there we go. So I can add more. Obviously my share is still 100%. I'm the only one that can vote right now. But again, so this next step, I'm going to show you how you can use your lure on Ethereum. Anything to add here before I go to that, Jen?
No, I think most things I'm trying to keep mental note, but yeah, I think most of the things would be better.
Sure. Yeah, so here, again, if you don't want to use anything on Ethereum, don't worry about this next step. So this way you can unlock your wallet, and it's not showing on the screen, but basically it's opening up MetaMask. Now that I've unlocked my wallet, I've already claimed this wallet. Otherwise, you would have a little nice claim button here. Before you vote, you do want to claim the address that you are attaching, that you are unlocking in MetaMask. You definitely want to do that. So I'm going to go down here to proposal 2. You're going to notice that there's a new vote with option, which is lure on Ethereum. I'm going to click on that. I'm going to actually switch to a different wallet, but before I do, I'll show you how this works. There's one step that's missing here that I want to show everyone. You'll notice that it shows you how much lure you have on Ethereum. I could vote with all of that. I'm going to just vote with 10 just for the demo here. MetaMask pops up. Oh, I just zoomed it in. You just press confirm. Block native notification comes at the bottom. And this is going to go really quick because we're on Rinkeby. And again, nice little block native success notification. One of the things we're working on is still including your external votes inside of the LCP. Don't worry, we're going to be telling those. So let me refresh here. So now you can see it's not going to show here because we don't have that work finished yet. You're going to see that Lure on Ethereum, you've signaled 10. You can immediately withdraw those. There's some things we'll talk about withdrawing in a minute, but that was weird. That didn't pop up. But yeah, so you can immediately withdraw those. I didn't sign that. Sweet, so success. There we go. So I have withdrew those. So now my my share is down. So there you go. It's all zeroed out now. What else did I want to share? Yeah, let me switch wallets real quick to show one more thing specific around what it's going to look like the first time you might come in. And I don't think I have a wallet that does that. Here we go. Yeah. So if the first time that you're going to vote, you need to do this one time for all LCPs going forward, unless we change the contract. You don't need to do this for every single one, but you do need to approve the contract behind the scenes to spend your Lure. Because it's on Ethereum, you will maintain ownership of the Lure at all times. It's just that you are sending the Lure to the contract. The contract is open source. You could view it on Etherscan to verify anything you may want to. It's up to you to do that. So I have basically approved. What I'm doing is approving the contract to spend my Lure. Only that one contract can spend the Lure. And there's no way for us to take the Lure out of that contract. We can't change that contract on Ethereum, of course. All right, so once that approve is completed, what will happen is it'll go away. And if I were to go up here and look, it's not there either. So you just do it one time, and then you can vote. And one thing here is I don't have any Lure. So I might need to buy some Lure. So we have a nice little buy more Lure button. It'll take you right to Uniswap. Put our recommended buy option here and give it just a sec. Oh, I'm on Rinkeby. One moment. It won't look right unless I connect here. There we go. A little recommended buy option of 1 million Lure. So we just put that in for you. I think 1 million Lure is about 0.2 ETH right now. Might be a little bit less. I don't know. Oh, 0.21. So we went up a bit. So yeah, that's really it. So to recap, LCP is opening very soon. Waiting on gas to go down a little bit so we can deploy our contract and make it a little bit cheaper when you do it on Ethereum. You can vote with Lure inside of Den. You can connect your external wallet, except I'm on Rinkeby now. You can connect your external wallet to vote with Lure on Ethereum. If you don't have Lure on Ethereum, you can buy more Lure with Uniswap. That's it.
Excellent. And but in the meantime, while that's being completed, we still have to go through all of the proposals and verify that they're all eligible, I guess, because there are some stipulations, like say we aren't going to allow require
I'm in my office and my lights go out, so
yeah. No, we don't want any layers in that we couldn't actually open up right away. Like there are some that require tagging, or some that might require some other special implementations that we do want to do, but we have to prioritize. So we have to do that first, register all of them into the LCP system so that the system can see the posts with the descriptions and they have IDs and everything else then. I think that we're going to run the voting phase for 1 full week. So it gives everyone time, especially this first one to learn how to use it or ask questions if they need to. So don't wait till the last minute if you want to, want to participate. the other piece is that we just put a proposal into the governance layer yesterday to request approval to say we're going to create 5 layers, but also because we don't know how much people will vote, how much lore are people going to put in on these layers. We do have a basically it's kind of like a escape valve where if how do I say this? It's possible we could create more than 5, but the criteria is that any created layer more than the top 5 has to have at least 50 or more unique voters and 1 million lore total. So it's possible we might get more than 5, but it kind of depends on what the votes look like. And I believe there are more than 50 proposals right now, and we'll look today and see what the total is and how many are eligible. But anyway, I think that's pretty much it, right?
Yeah, I should mention one thing about using lore on Ethereum is that there's going to be a lockup period. It's very short, but when we open LCP, you will be able to start depositing. And again, you can do this inside of Den, right? Don't do this on Ethereum on Etherscan. You might get the wrong proposal ID, so don't do that. But from the time LCP starts through the end timestamp, so whenever we end it 7 days later or a week, 5 days, however long it is, you can withdraw your lure at any time. At the end of that period, when it ends, you cannot withdraw your lure for a very short period of time while we officially calculate which layers won. Once we tell the contract and invoke a method, and I'll show it to you later, but once we invoke that method, the winning layers cannot withdraw their lure. They will be able to claim their lot from probably the LCP screen. But if that layer that you signaled to did not win, you will immediately then be able to withdraw after we have told the contract who the winners were. So probably a day, maybe 2 at most, while we tally those winners. And then we'll put the winners in, and then you get your lore back. So don't think we're doing anything crazy. It's just we need to make sure that people don't remove lore, and like the winner in the algorithm would just not work too well, right?
Here's a question on the implementation. If I put lore in on a proposal, if it wins, the lore's gone, I get the lot. I mean, it's locked. It is locked, right?
Yes, it's locked.
I pull the lot out. I claim the lot. Now I do what I do with lot. We've already seen that. If, however, I put my lore into a proposal that does not win, I can withdraw the lore, or I can leave it there for next month, right?
Yes. So if you don't want to remove your lure and you still want to hope, that layer, that proposal is still eligible for the next round of LCP a couple of weeks later or a month later. I don't know how frequently it's being done, but you can leave it there, and that layer just has a head start in the next round, right? So don't think you have to withdraw. You can leave it there. Yeah, that's a good point.
So
and you can save gas. We did that so that you can save gas. If you're wanting to continuously support the same layer until they win, you can do that. But now you just have to do it in one transaction and not withdraw it.
Yeah,
so very good point.
We might even have something related to that. If people are leaving their lore in long enough, maybe we let it be created in a future LCP too. Those are things we can do. We just have to figure it out. So, okay.
Right. And then there's a question from Anthony. Does it yield interest like some? I don't know, the Gemini's platform. No. So lore is not going to yield anything, because the reason for it is really just onefold, right? In order to yield, you need a strategy. In order to have a strategy to take the lure and use it for another purpose, you need to be able to use that asset to borrow, right? No one has added lore Aave or Harvest or Cream. These guys have added Lure to be able to provide as collateral. So no, it's not going to be interest bearing.
Okay. Now the lot will get. The reason you hold lot is to incentivize you to create a better community. So what you want to do is find one of the lairs that will most likely produce conversations and good content, because you will get a share of the matter produced for that lair. And do we want to talk about the other side of Lore, or just wait for a later week to do that?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. You want to talk about Lure, like the yield farming and stuff?
Sure.
Yeah. So that's coming very soon. I know. I think I've been on here and I've said that every single time. But if you think about where we were and what our plan was all along, one, we kind of changed in the middle because we saw some things that we wanted to do. But one of the things, here's the master plan, I guess, according to Elon, right? So master plan was, one, let's create Lure and lot matter. So create all of our tokens. Let's then add utility for matter. So matter has utilities coming very soon. You already have one matter utility, which is to earn energy. A second matter utility for boosting is coming very soon again. Then you have Lure. Lure has a utility to create lot. And that lot has utility as well, in the sense that it earns you matter.
And governance.
So the next part of that was to do governance. So that's another utility for Lure and another utility for matter. So we wanted to have as many utilities up front as we could before LCP started. So LCP is our next utility, which is providing more utility for Lure that you can immediately use it to create a layer. The last part of this is the Lure yield farming, which is going to add a little bit of sell pressure, a little bit of buy pressure in the beginning. So we wanted as much buy pressure to offset some of that sell pressure that's coming from the yield farming. So yield farming is going to kind of helping, going back to Anthony, right? Is anything interest bearing? Well, Lure, you're going to be able to earn it by staking various assets. Right now we have planned, and we might change, who knows, Dragon, which is going to be you can just stake, raw Dragon, and you can yield Lure. This can be the lowest APY of all of the sets. You're then going to be able to stake, provide liquidity on Uniswap for the Dragon ETH pair. It's going to be a little bit higher APY, but not as high, right? Then you're going to be able to provide liquidity for ETH and Lure. You're going to earn a higher APY there. Annual percentage yield, you might listen up. And then we're going to also have provide incentives for Matter and ETH on Uniswap. So provide liquidity to those three. The Matter ETH is the highest yield. And we might throw some interesting tokens in there if I can convince Joe. We'll see.
All right.
I don't know, like Dig, or who knows? B-Dig, ETH, who knows? I got to convince Joe. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, it's interesting because, yield farming was all the craze of like the summer of last year, and now it's coming back, and NFTs are the craze now. So it's kind of a good mix of both.
Excellent. Okay. I think that's everything. No more questions. Watch the show again next week on Tuesday. I think we have some guests from the Dragonchain side. Of course, we'll have updates, and hopefully we'll be in the middle of the LCP, so maybe we'll have an update there.
Yes, definitely in the middle.
Follow Real Denizens, Jojo Row, and Dragonchain Gang. Like, comment, subscribe, do all the normal things you're supposed to do, wherever you're watching. And thanks for watching. All right. Thanks, Eric.
Oh yeah, no problem.